Hello and welcome to Miner Talks about Age of Empires 2, The Rise of the Rajas. So this video is on one of the maps that you can now play in, called Bog Island. So you start off with your main land area, just simple grass type thing. Obviously you have your main resources that you start off with, but the surrounding area is this downed mangrove area here. So with this mangrove stuff you can still build on it, like I built this farm. You can also build, this mill of course, you can also then build rice farms on, which act in the same way as farms. It's just obviously on this mangrove, ex-mangrove area. Now obviously you can then build a lumber camp and take down some of these mangroves to create extra areas if you don't have enough space, like some of the other maps are a bit like that. But then you have these small pockets here, so if I wanted to, I could then build a dock on here, and a fishing ship could then get some food from these box turtles. You then, I should just get rid of you. So with these ships, as long as it's this beach stuff here, not this little grass area here, they can move around freely. No problem at all, and they can go in and out of all these mangrove forests. They can go across this little section here. So this is a map where you have to really think about how much you let your land units go across the waters, because you can easily go from this side of the map all the way over here and get to your enemy base, but the enemy might have a whole bunch of ships, like for example this galleon, and they can easily get out of the way of the land units by just nipping into this open water here. So you don't want to have a whole bunch of units suddenly be bombarded by cannon galleons, demo ships, all of that. So you have to be careful. Then of course it goes the other way, like maybe some land units will be able to take out some naval units. Now I did see one short clip of where there was a lumber camp that was, it was like this, and then there was 5 villagers around, but a demo ship came up and killed the 5 villagers and destroyed, or at least did a lot of damage to the lumber camp. So you have to be careful that your area is being protected. Now you can build, it's just W. Yeah, you can build walls, so you can protect yourself a bit. But then obviously, if you're chopping down trees, you might end up with little gaps. Like this villager can walk through this little gap here. So that's the main thing you have to be careful of, and it certainly adds a new challenge to the gameplay. You have to really think of how far do you allow your villagers to go out. Certainly this area behind here is probably my protected area, so yes, I'd have to get rid of this Komodo dragon, but I've got stone here, I've got water buffalo, I've got some box turtles, and got this. Actually, this area here is probably a little bit protected because ships can't get in. But I can take down some of these, build some rice farms, lots of little things that you can do. You probably build a wall across here. Gives yourself a little bit more area protection from the ships. Now, you then will have this area in the middle that's a little bit more uninhabited. So this is where the ships can go if they're trying to seek protection. But what you could do, in theory, is you can have towers on there. You can have it not quite on the beach, but you can have it on the grassland there. So if there's a certain area that you want to protect, you could have a bunch of towers along here protecting you. So obviously in a lot of original maps it was either land or sea, whereas this takes both into account. So it'll be interesting to have a look at some gameplays, some replays of matches, and have a look at all the different ways that people play it. Thank you very much for watching. I shall see you in the next part.